Hey Simmers, it's Erin. I am the Rescue Simmer, and welcome back to the next episode of the Fundie Baby Challenge. Guys, Jasper's back from his mission trip. You can see he still has the spirit of the Watcher swirling all around him. Very, very exciting. He's going to go get ready for the day. It is not even 6 in the morning. We have little Rosie up. Everyone was very excited to have Jasper back. Lots of hugs and kisses. Guys, I'm putting up some photos, very important photos, of our mission trip. We got a whole lot of nothing done and we feel great about it. We also got something that I think is going to be a little bit more lasting done, which I'm so excited about. Jasper is too. I don't know if you can see here, but this young lady is someone that he wants to make out with and someone that he wants to chat with. Also, happy Winterfest to everybody. We'll get into a little bit of the day. Winterfest is not going to be the big focus of this episode. I'm so excited, you guys. Rose is going to try and use the potty. Everyone's using the bathroom. There's no one that I can really focus on. That is, oh yay, Jasper's out. Perfect. Anyways, guys, today we are going to be doing a grand meal. We are going to be telling some stories. We're going to be doing art and music. So we're going to be singing praises to the Watcher. We are going to be doing holiday gnomes. I'm going to treat this kind of like a blessings system, maybe blessings from the Watcher. And we are going to do the festive lighting. We will get to that a little bit later. It involves this piece of festive lighting. It is one of the only other off-the-grid lights that work. They definitely wouldn't be allowed to use Winterfest trees, anything like that, because of their pagan origins. Definitely would be a problem. But anywho, guys, Winterfest is kind of the least of the news. The reason that Mr. Jasper wants to do so many, especially sinful things, with this sim, Miss Lonnie, is because over his mission trip, he was blessed by the Watcher to find his forever helpmeet, to have revealed to him that this is a Watcherly woman, or a woman that has the potential to be a Watcherly woman that would help him have a very successful life and family in the Watcher. He was very excited. They did exchange promise rings, normally in an IBLP kind of way. This would not happen until months and after blessings had been gotten. But because of the way The Sims works, I had to sort of do things backwards. But today, Jasper was very excited to tell his father. I think his father is going to approach Beth about it. So James is going to approach Beth about it. And we are probably going to be inviting, yay, Plum. We are probably going to be inviting Lonnie and their family over for Winterfest, for our version of Winterfest. So we'll see how that goes. The families have to meet. The families have to give blessings. This is going to be a very touchy subject because for reasons that I will explain just a little bit later. Jasper and Onyx are just doing some animal care. Very excited about that. Let's go ahead. Let's clean this coop. But let's get on with the day. Oh, Beth. Beth did not make very healthy choices last night, so she's really regretting that. Let's have her view this gnome. We're going to have her this one gives salad, I believe, to appease. We're going to be making sure that we have blessings from the Watcher for another successful year. This is going to have a little bit to do, Winterfest, with a lot to do actually with their doctrine. Most Watcher doctrine is set up on Christmas. Christmas is a big one. Easter would be another, or Bunny Day, Spring Day. The rest of the Sim world calls it Bunny Day. We call it Spring Day. I am excited for Beth because you can see that she loves a lot of this holiday. She loves the holiday gnomes. She loves communicating, I think, with her Watcher, and just receiving blessings, receiving the love that the Watcher has for her. And to be honest, I do love Beth and I want good things for Beth. So I'm really excited that she's looking for blessings from me. It looks like Onyx really likes to be able to appease the gnomes as well. He likes the festive lighting too. That makes sense. Kids typically do. But I'm excited to have Onyx go ahead and appease this gnome. This one, I think it's pie. Oh, Plum really likes this tradition as well. In fact, it's the only tradition that I think Plum really likes. So I'm going to have Plum view and then appease this gnome after they get done bathing their sister. What a rock star Plum is. This guy with the box gets a toy. I expect that this is going to be a fairly fun day for the family. You will notice that there is nothing about opening or exchanging presents. Oh, he's hugging his mom. I think that this is the first time his mom has really had a chance to see or talk to him since. I don't think that James has had a chance yet to talk with his wife about what his son shared with him. If you have seen stream or you were on stream, you will know that James is looking a little down in the dumps. He is not the most thrilled with this. He definitely loves his son. He loves all of his children. Same with Beth. They want them to be happy with their life partners. You know, they want to make this a collaborative process. Dads are supposed to be very involved in IBLP courtships, and moms too. Dads make the ultimate decisions in this because dads are seen as having the most wisdom within the family unit. If anything goes wrong, it's on dad's shoulders. Oh, he does like jokes, especially from his wife. I love that they are still able to make each other laugh after all of these years and kids and struggles. Oh my gosh. We're sick again. Oh no. You know what? Here's the thing. It's Winterfest. I have taken the off the grid law trait off for this episode because it is Winterfest and I do not want to go elsewhere to be able to make our grand meals. So I know I've said before that they would really try not to use medicine, and that's true. I don't think that they would, but at the same time, it's not that they never use it, right? They will use medicines. They will reduce going to the doctor or super invasive surgeries unless it absolutely, oh, he's sick too. Cool beans. That they view as unnecessary, but they will take, like your normal Tylenol, ibuprofen, things like that. So I'm going to say that that's what this is, So dad has had a chance to talk with mom about it. To be honest, I think that she's very trepidatious, just like he is. She understands his concerns. To be very honest with you, she has her own, but she can see, and James can see, the very real love that their son has in his eyes. And he was able to have this testimony of, oh, sir. Beth is going to go take care of her son, but she can see that her eldest boy, she recognizes those feelings, right? She felt that way about James once upon a time. And she's a mom. She's excited for him, so she's going to do her best. She's going to do her best to give it a try. And she said, okay, so you guys know the courtship rules. Dad and I have to meet their parents. We want to see their family. Amy, hi Beth. We'd love to join singles. She's not single, so no. But I think we should have them over. And James has probably talked with Jasper about this as well. Their rules are that, look, we have to meet the family. We have to know them. We have to make sure that we're on the same page, that we like them, that we see a future with them. We understand that Lonnie is a recent convert, but we believe in parental authority, even to the point that if Lonnie's parents were dead set against this, if Lonnie's parents, even though they are not Watcher Fundies, even though they do not follow the IBLP like we do, even if this isn't their doctrine, we believe that if Lonnie's parents give her a direct order not to marry into this family, that it is the Watcher's will for this not to happen. So this is going to have to be a very strategically played thing for Jasper and for Lonnie. Lonnie is head over heels for Jasper at this point. So I'm so excited. We're actually going to invite them over to stay over Winterfest. Oh, it looks like we can only invite one at a time. So I think Lonnie we definitely have to have, but we could probably invite Warren, and instead of 3 nights, let's just make it 1 night. Oh, I was so bummed because I definitely wanted Kai to come and I wanted Lay to come. Ooh, okay, so we're gonna have to switch focus here. We can absolutely have them over. I think they would prefer Warren. Warren is the father of this family, so they would be working with him specifically over anyone else. And I'm gonna see if maybe I can sort of fudge it a little. Like, what if we called and had like a second wave? We can invite Lay and Kai to hang out. So I think that we'll probably do that. Oh, Warren's here. James wants to have a child. Oh, let's keep that. Let's keep that, sir. Let's do a howdy introduction. Mom, you're going to have to do a respectful introduction. Plum is going to do a respectful introduction. And so is Onyx. Everybody is just going to say hello to Warren. Warren is the patriarch of his household. He doesn't view himself that way in any way, shape, or form, but they do, so they would introduce themselves to him first. Now, Mom and Dad would have prefaced the other kids that, hey, this is happening. These are Sims of the world. Your brother has been greatly sacrificial and has listened to the Watcher and opened a window of opportunity. So we're going to be on our best, most loving behavior. We're going to show them the love of the Watcher. It is Winterfest after all. I cannot think of a better way to do this. I think the girls are going to be cooking. The guys are going to be hanging out and chatting. And I think that Jasper's going to be trying his, it's late and she's in pants. I can't wait. Here we go. Let's have Plum go say hi. This is our beautiful Lonnie. I love the purple hair. She has been talked to by Jasper a bit about the clothing. You can bet that our Fundie mom and dad are a little scandalized by this. Oh, and it's Kai. So the Warrens' story is that Mr. Warren came to Sulani on a work trip. He was there for work. He met Lay, one of the locals, fell in love, stayed, and had their 3 children. I believe their oldest right now is Kai, and Kai is openly trans, so this is going to get interesting. And I feel, such a sweet sibling interaction. Love this. They are, I think, not thrilled about this for Lonnie. They are excited that Lonnie feels like she's in love. You know, Lonnie is a teen. This is probably the first time she's felt this level of love. Where are you going, ma'am? Reacting to her first snow. This is her first time out of Sulani. I'm sure this is the first time she's ever seen snow, actually. Jasper's going to come out and talk to her, but Lonnie grew up with this outstanding story of love. Like, her dad went across continents to find her mom. They fell in love. It wasn't even a question. They knew. They just got married. So she's for sure been reading like romance novels, and she just has this idea. Here comes this incredibly handsome sim with these old-time family values who has eyes for only her and is telling her that the Watcher has revealed to him that she's it. Like, when you are 16, 17, when you are about ready to age up, nice, Blue, thank you. When you have that story being told to you, Amy, happy Watcher, miss, everybody. When you have that story being told to you, what chance do you have, right? And it's not to say that their feelings for each other aren't sincere, but there's a lot helping the watcherness of this, if that makes sense. Poor Kai and their brother Keanu, like, they're just off by themselves. You know what? I think Onyx is the kind of sim that would just do a friendly introduction to everybody. I don't think Onyx, it would be very shocking to me if Onyx had a mean thing to say to anybody. I think that Onyx just is one of these jovial kids. Ooh, mamas are talking, and I'm sure Lonnie is like, wow, you have a lot of kids. And what do you, ooh, she is so mad. She's so hot. Let's get out of here, okay? Let's get out of here. Let's start making the meal. We're gonna have all the girls join in, and we're gonna see if Lonnie is very accomplished. Both of these Sims are very accomplished in their careers. Lonnie is not gonna have a lot of patience. Lay is not gonna have a lot of patience for hearing her daughter's only job. I am gonna try my best to have the ladies of the house all come in. Oh, she's so upset. And help Beth with cooking. I don't think that Lonnie and Mrs. Joseph have met. They're definitely going to need to. Kai says something stinks. Probably. I don't think that Kai is overly impressed with this. I think that Kai feels very slighted with this side eye and all. All of the ladies are enjoying cooking. Well, they're cooking together at least. Something smells. I don't know what smells, but something does. So we're having fun, okay? I was looking for James and he is thinking about Opal. Oh, he misses her. Guys, like, on top of all of the weird theology, right? Like the culty, definitely cultiness. Like, this is a family. This is a family that has dynamics. This is a family that is dealing with things. This is how they process their world. I don't agree with most of it. He can't say hi to anyone. That's very frustrating. While the gals are cooking, I actually set Jasper to be able to tell a story to the guys. Normally that would be Dad's thing, but Jasper is like interviewing to be part of this family. So I think he's going to be telling the story of Winterfest. That, the Watcher's son, Jebus, was born on this day, very humble beginnings, to a carpenter and his wife, very young wife. Oh my gosh, Plum, she's being mean to her sister, which she wanted to do really anyway. So happy Winterfest to you, Plum. It wouldn't be a family get together if Plum was not making it even more awkward than it had to be some way. So proud of you, babe. Mom is just putting some finishing touches on this roast here. I'm interested for Plum to meet Kai because Kai is an openly trans sim, and I don't think Kai is hiding any of that. Kai has very long hair. It's a weird way to introduce yourself. Like, hi, I'm Kai. Whoa. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, we're talking to our sister on Wintermas. On Watchermas. Oh, she cried. Aw. Poor Amy. She is such a tender soul. I don't think she knows why Plum is always so mean to her. I think that Plum was Amy's buddy. So, oh no, we can't get going. Well, Lonnie is gone. Lonnie is not hanging out. But Mom is just calling everyone to the grand meal. Thank goodness these chats with Opal have a lot of other things going around and a lot of other focuses taking the cake. Because I think that Plum would absolutely be getting questioned. Oh, goodness. Okay, so some of the family is leaving, unfortunately. But you can bet that Mr. and Mrs. Foster, Lonnie's parents, will be talking and calling. I'm so mad that Plum did not get a chance to meet Kai, but we could have other options. We could have other opportunities to do that. Where is our man of the hour? He's just sitting with his mom all the way across the room from his intended. Isn't that something? I think that that's probably pretty different from what Lonnie is expected of a whirlwind romance. They haven't kissed. They've held hands. She has inappropriately necked him, and he had to tell her that that was not something that they were going to be doing. So in order for this to progress physically, they have to get married. They absolutely have to. Opal is inviting Plum to go hang out at her house. Okay. We can't. No, but I'm taking this as verification that Opal is like, yeah, you're coming to stay with me. And Plum was like, yeah, that's the plan. So not right now, because literally everyone is around. But guys, Mateus has to leave. I think Amy's probably going to have to leave soon. The kids are eating, thank goodness. They're probably getting ready to go down for the night. Jasper's going to try to get his intended out of the corner. They have to be able to show that they work together and talk well. Guys, this is a good opportunity, I think, to go over really some of the things that Gothard has said. Now, this is going to be pulled from sermonindex.net. Opal asked probably their dad about making friends. I really want to be friends with someone, but they don't really want to be friends with me. How can I make them my friend? I think a Watcher Fundie father would say to just keep being friendly. Guys, I'm going to pause it here. I'm getting a little overwhelmed. So I'll go ahead and flash up just some screenshots of this particular sermon of Bill Gothard's, the founder of IBLP, the disgraced founder of IBLP. Basically, Gothard outlines 7 foundational principles of a courtship. So the first principle is that he says that you are to ensure the blessing of God. And he starts out fairly tame by saying that the greatest asset of any person or marriage is God's blessing. Now that doesn't sound nefarious. That sounds like pretty much any counsel that a religious leader would give you. He goes on to say that no couple would have a happy or prosperous marriage without the blessing of the Lord. If God does not bless them, the devourer, meaning Satan, will damage and destroy their present and future joy potential. So basically, unless you were to marry according to the principles of a godly marriage, then your marriage would be destined essentially for divorce and all sorts of pain and turmoil, is what he is asserting. Now, who decides what a godly marriage is? That would be Gothard. Weird. The second principle is that the both of you must love the Lord Jesus Christ. So when you've got those two things, you have to make sure also that you are honoring your parents. And this is a point that I'm going to be harping on quite a bit. He asserts that the foundational command for the happiness and success of any marriage is honor thy father and mother. By the way, this verse in Exodus is not talking about marriages. Not in any way, shape, or form. This is a Gothard cherry-picked verse. Even to mainstream Christians, and even those that are a little bit more extreme, they wouldn't have normally taken this verse and applied it to a marriage, especially because in conventional Christianity, it is assumed that when a man and a woman, or two people entering into a marriage, do that when they marry, they are leaving their parents' households and authorities to be set up as their own heads of household, and now their authority gets transferred to the family that they've just created. And then I want you to watch what he does here. So he quotes a verse in Exodus, the second book of the Bible, of the Old Testament, which is also very weird for mainstream Christians. Any practice that we hold now tends to need to have a New Testament root. It isn't important that you understand why, just that you're working with that framework. So this is the second book of the Old Testament. And then he says that God emphasizes seriousness of this command by giving the following penalty for breaking it. And then he quotes a verse in the whole next book. So think of books like books. This is a collection of many books that were put together. They were authored many times by different people. Gothard did this where he popcorned around the books of the Bible to sort of weave this web and use verses out of context to prove his points. They were in the Bible, but when you strung two verses together that were not written with each other in mind, you can weave a narrative that the original authors never intended. And I can't think of a less respectful thing to do to a book that you regard as the word, living, breathing word of your deity. I try to remain pretty neutral, but that is infuriating to me that he took these verses and took people's absolute trust and love and their very beautiful propensity to just want to do the best that they could, and he abused it so blatantly, and because they trusted him, they never questioned it. So, all that to say, he uses a verse in Leviticus to make a threat to children that did not obey their parents, which is why the umbrella of protection worked. And then he asserts that not making a courtship to honor your parents and then having a marriage that honored your parents would be to step outside of the umbrella of protection of your parents, which apparently you still need once you're married. Crazy. Oh no, are you getting sick? Lonnie! See, that's what happens when you have physical contact outside of marriage. Okay, so now we are lighting the menorah, and I chose a menorah specifically because Gothard does not like the pagan origins of Christmas trees, Yule logs, evergreen kind of boughs everywhere. So he probably would have liked a menorah out of anything because it would have been closer to something that Jebus would have used. So they are going to be appropriating this very symbolic religious artifact. Let's see. Feeling forlorn. No one likes me. No one ever like me. Why bother anything anymore? I think that Jasper is making an emotional plea to his father to approve his courtship. He could say that I will always love you. People like you, look around. He'll say that I always love you because it doesn't matter if everyone else does. It's my approval you need. So now that this non-Christian symbol was used to prop up our own holiday, let's pause here. Oh, Dad missed Winterfest dinner. There's too many Sims in this house, y'all. Okay, so let me open. Dad, go get some. Oh, Lonnie, you are on the computer. This is for Dad alone, ma'am. Plum is gonna get up, put their brother to bed. Their mom put Rose to bed. Mom is going to actually get out a birthday cake, is going to make a birthday cake. Everyone's kind of settling down for the night, but we have a young man to age up. He was being so good. He just went out and did some more chores. Ooh, he's got to pee. And I think we have Onyx to age up as well. Onyx would be a teen at this point. Whoa. What happened to our food? Or Onyx is going to be turning into a teen, I guess is what I should say. I will say Warren's liking the food. I think Warren is just as concerned as Lay is. And I think that they're all pretty concerned, or at least the Fosters are. I would say that the Josephs are concerned as well. They really are. They've had these folks over. They're sharing, they're witnessing to them. I don't know if they feel like it's working or not. Let's be very honest about that. But nevertheless, I think it is time to age our young teen up. He's going to be getting his final trait. Guys, put a guess in the comments. What do you think his final trait will be? No cheating. Jasper aged up. He has been an animal enthusiast. He is a bro. What's his last one? He's socially awkward. Oh no. Thank goodness he found his bride before he aged up into an adult, because I don't know how he would get her otherwise. And you guys, I think I have a good indication of what Jasper would want out of his life. Jasper's definitely going to want to be a country caretaker. So he's going to want to have all the animals. And he graduated. Nice job, Jasper. I think we can I'm going to try to get Lonnie aged up too. In my head, they're the same age, although they're really not. Nice. Lonnie is aged up. You guys, we have one more. We have one more birthday. But you guys, I think we will save that for next episode. Let's pop this in the fridge. You guys, I wonder, do you think that we're going to be having a wedding next episode? Do you feel like this would be an ex-Nate? I do think that both sets of parents, even though they are definitely from different worlds and they are absolutely nervous about each other, they both love their kids. I could see definitely where Lonnie's parents are like, look, I absolutely do not want her in this like baby making cult. I think that Lonnie is smart. Lonnie could do a whole lot of things. But if Lonnie has her heart set on this, what do we do? Like, do we push Lonnie away? Lonnie's an adult now. Lonnie can't, like, we can tell Lonnie that we don't give Lonnie our blessing, but these people think that if that happens, then the wedding can't go forward and Lonnie would always blame us. What do we do? I can imagine that Warren is on the phone with his wife going, great, like this is our daughter's getting sucked into this cult and I feel like we can't do anything but watch her. I think that Warren does like Jasper quite a bit. I think that Warren would trust Jasper if his beliefs weren't his beliefs. So, you know what? It's been wonderful to spend time with you. You know what? Warren, despite all of the weird cultiness, does seem to like James. So that's good. Maybe it's one of those, it really means a lot. Aw. maybe it's one of those, he's like, man, your beliefs are really concerning, but you seem like really nice, genuine Sims. It's a shame that you're nuts. I think that that's where he's at. That, listen, I don't think that this makes them bad Sims, but these are bad practices. And what do we do with our daughter? I was going to say Warren's off to bed, but nope, he's doing some push-ups. Lonnie, I think, is already in bed. Let's send our other Josephs. Oh my gosh, so many packets everywhere. Let's go to sleep with our wife. Hopefully Warren will just go to bed. I've had to put these in every room because the kids are so cold. Warren's going to go out in the snow. You have fun, dude. I'm going to go ahead, send everybody to bed. This may be a shorter episode. I do apologize for that. But guys, tell me what you think. Tell me what in the world the Fosters are talking about. What are their worries? How are you feeling that they're going to be ending up with all of this? Like, this would be a lot for anybody, right? Like, you know, your daughter goes to hang out with a dude that's just here on vacation, and then all of a sudden she comes home with the love of her life, and oh, by the way, here's the particular brand of weirdo these guys are, and now she wants to be a part of it in order to be with this guy. And if you break her heart, what happens? Do you just become the soft place to land when all of this falls to bits like you think it's going to? So Lonnie's up for just no reason. That's great. Guys, it is 12:30 in the morning. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I will see you next episode, next time I post. I think we are going to be streaming tomorrow as this is coming out, or Saturday. So thank you guys so much for all this. I cannot wait to read your comments. What are you guys thinking? As I said before, I will see you next time I post. Watch your bless. And as always, guys, happy simming.